None of us is perfect. We all have moments when we fall short of the ideals we set for ourselves. But there's a big difference between someone who has flaws yet tries their best and someone who is relentlessly malicious. It's a harsh reality that some people in this world only wish harm upon those around them. These individuals don't just occasionally hurt others. They often cause continuous pain to anyone they can reach. Sometimes this harmful behavior comes from wounds buried deep in their own past, unhealed traumas that shape their actions. Other times it's linked to personality disorders or other inner struggles. But no matter the cause, these are people you need to learn to steer clear of for your own well-being. If you know what signs to watch for, you can protect yourself before getting caught in their harmful web. Through the lens of Stoic philosophy, this awareness helps you not only recognize the flaws in others, but also embrace your own imperfections with grace. It's not about building walls between people, but rather about cultivating a deeper understanding of the world, helping you shape a life that is more harmonious and meaningful. Today, we'll take a closer look at 5 warning signs that reveal you might be dealing with someone who holds no benefit for your growth or peace. Understanding these signs isn't just about protecting yourself. It's about walking in the light of truth and knowledge, so none of us have to stumble blindly. In the dark, the first sign, the urge to control. It's human nature to seek power and control. Maybe it's even essential to who we are. We all have a desire to be in charge, to dominate our surroundings. But Stoic philosophy offers a powerful shift in perspective. True control isn't about forcing your will on others. Instead, it's about mastering yourself, your emotions, your reactions to whatever life throws at you. At its core, control is not an exercise in power over others, but a demonstration of inner strength. Stoics teach us that the only thing truly within our control is how we perceive events and how we respond to them. Everything else, the actions of others, the chaos of nature, is beyond our reach. In relationships, this desire to control often hides behind the mask of love or care. Someone might believe they're protecting their loved one or doing what's best, but this is often a misunderstanding. Stoicism reminds us that each person must be the master of themselves. Controlling behavior can look like jealousy without reason, unfair demands, or restricting someone's freedom. Such behavior reveals fear, insecurity, and selfishness. It shows a lack of deep understanding about what love really means. Love that respects freedom rather than confines it. More than that, control builds invisible walls between people, eroding trust and connection. The damage goes beyond feelings, affecting both people's self-esteem and their ability to grow. To fight this urge to control, Stoic philosophy advises us to develop understanding and acceptance. We must accept that everyone has the right to freedom and self-mastery, and focus on controlling our own emotions and actions instead. This leads us to a freer, more fulfilling life. Take Jack and Julia, for example. Their relationship started with deep trust and genuine love. But over time, Jack began to feel an unnamed fear of losing Julia. Trying to protect her from imagined dangers, he became increasingly controlling. He started opposing some of her friends, convinced they were a bad influence. He expressed dissatisfaction with her personal choices, insisting he only wanted her to be respected. Sadly, these actions weren't born out of love, but out of fear and a desperate need to control. Julia tried to understand him, even changing some of her behavior to keep the peace. But the control only tightened, suspicion grew, and she felt her personal space slowly shrinking. This strain led to heated arguments, with Julia feeling stifled and trampled on, while Jack felt despair, desperately clinging to what he feared losing. As we move forward, we'll explore more signs to watch out for and how embracing Stoic wisdom can guide you to healthier relationships and a stronger self. Ready to dive deeper? Picking up from our last story about Jack and Julia, we see how control born from fear doesn't just strain relationships. It creates a heavy tension that weighs down both people involved. Over time, the love that once flourished between them became overshadowed by pressure and unease. Jack's need to control wasn't just a reflection of his own insecurity, it became the root cause of suffering, not only for Julia, but for himself as well. Feeling like she was no longer the master of her own life, Julia made a brave decision. It was time to reclaim her freedom and self-respect. What began as a relationship full of hope and love slowly turned into a painful lesson, one that taught the true value of trust and personal freedom in love. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "If you can no longer see a road to freedom, it is right in front of you. You only need to turn over your wrists." Through this vivid image, he reminded us that we all have the power to choose how we accept and respond to life's challenges. So ask yourself, are you trying to control what cannot be controlled? Or are you learning to respect your own freedom and that of others? Stoic philosophy isn't just about rules for living. It's a powerful reminder of the inner strength we all possess to face and overcome difficulties. Now let's dive into the second sign to watch out for: the mask of charm. Imagine wandering through the complex maze of human relationships when suddenly you find yourself in a magical place. At first glance, someone's charm captivates you, like a spark lighting up your heart. This isn't just attraction, it's a deep, natural instinct to connect, to be accepted and loved. Yet, when we look through the lens of Stoic philosophy, another picture begins to form. Beneath the dazzling surface lies a reality where autonomy and wisdom are the true keys to seeing beyond appearances. The mask of charm is not just a pretty face or a friendly smile. It can be a carefully crafted tactic some people use to attract and even manipulate others. These charming individuals often present themselves as caring, attentive, and always ready to help. But sometimes, hidden beneath their seemingly selfless acts are selfish motives and even malice. Stoicism teaches us the importance of careful observation and critical thinking, not just about the world around us, but also about ourselves. When you meet someone charming, Stoicism encourages you to question their true intentions. Are they genuinely concerned for your well-being? Or is their kindness just a tool in a larger plan to serve their own interests? There is a crucial difference between genuine charm and deceitful charm. It all comes down to intention and the consequences of their actions. A truly kind person won't try to exploit their kindness. On the other hand, someone using charm to get ahead often cares only about personal gain. Stoic philosophy urges us to trust our instincts and stay alert for warning signs. Often the mask of charm slips over time, revealing the person's true motives. That's why it's important not to be fooled by dazzling promises or shiny appearances. Consider Mark, a successful businessman with a polished look and a friendly smile. He's quick to share stories and offer help to colleagues, but as time went on, some noticed a pattern. Mark's help often came with unspoken strings attached. Once, after helping a colleague finish a tough project, he hinted that they owed him a favor. Another time, he led a work group to success, but used that achievement as a stepping stone for his own career advancement. Mark's actions weren't random acts of kindness, but carefully planned moves to build a network of indebtedness, one that helped him climb the ladder. Slowly, those around him grew uneasy, realizing that his charming exterior might just be a mask hiding a desire to control and profit from his relationships. Charm, whether sincere or deceitful, is part of human interaction. But Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of awareness and autonomy. This awareness not only helps protect us from harmful influences, but also supports our personal growth and deepens our understanding of others. Now we want to hear from you. Have you ever met someone who used their charm to further their own goals? How do you think we can learn to tell the difference between genuine charm and manipulation, especially in today's workplace? Share your thoughts in the comments below. In life, we often encounter people who carry darkness inside them, those whose actions seem far removed from kindness and empathy. Learning to recognize and protect ourselves from such negativity isn't just a skill, it's a vital act of self-care. But how exactly do we identify these signs, and can each of us learn to face this reality with calm and clarity? As we continue, we'll explore more on how Stoic wisdom helps us develop the tranquility and strength needed to become our best selves. Building on what we've just discussed about recognizing deceptive charm, let's now explore another crucial sign that you might be dealing with a malicious person and learn how to protect ourselves from being misled. Number 3, the absence of empathy. Imagine a workplace where the CEO is cold and unsympathetic, showing no compassion toward an employee going through a difficult time. The employee has explained that they are caring for a seriously ill family member, yet the CEO insists on overtime and denies any leave requests, bluntly stating that work must always come first. This behavior doesn't just reveal a lack of empathy or understanding, it highlights a deep disregard for the value of human beings and the importance of relationships. Instead of prioritizing the employee's well-being and health, the CEO focuses solely on short-term job performance, ignoring the employee's basic needs and humanity. Such attitudes not only crush morale, but also break down trust, damaging the employer-employee relationship. In moments like these, maintaining a balance between reason and emotion becomes more important than ever. Stoic philosophy offers powerful tools to help us face these challenges with wisdom and grace. One of the toughest obstacles in our social and professional lives is dealing with people who lack empathy. This tests not only our patience and resilience, but also challenges how we uphold our own moral values and integrity in difficult situations. Signs of lacking compassion are often clear in words and actions, but the deeper impact runs much farther. It causes real pain and stress for those affected, creating toxic environments where trust fades and cooperation dwindles. This leads to a decline in productivity and creativity, showing us that ignoring or accepting a lack of empathy doesn't make its harm disappear. Instead, it lingers silently and destructively. When faced with such coldness, the one thing we can truly control is our reaction. Try to observe the situation with calm objectivity and resist falling into negative emotions. Practice empathy, not just toward others, but also toward yourself. Remember, each of us is fighting battles unseen, and compassion is the key to bridging divides and healing suffering. Seneca, one of the great Stoic thinkers, said it best: "It is not what you endure that matters, but how you endure it." This powerful truth reminds us that no matter the challenge, we always have the power to choose our response. This choice helps us overcome hardship and, more importantly, become sources of strength and inspiration to those around us. Though we cannot avoid encountering people lacking compassion, applying Stoic principles teaches us to face these situations with awareness, patience, and kindness. Doing so protects our moral integrity and helps build a world where empathy and mutual understanding are truly valued. So next time you meet someone without empathy, ask yourself, how can I actively practice compassion, not just toward others, but toward myself? When is it hardest to remain compassionate? And what can help me rise above those moments? We hope you've found this insight meaningful. If this message resonates with you, please support us by liking and sharing this video with your friends. Together, we can build a stronger, more positive community. Now, as we prepare to move forward, let's turn our attention to the fourth sign to watch out for. One that often hides in plain sight and can quietly erode your peace and trust. Picking up from our discussion on practicing compassion in difficult encounters, let's now turn to another crucial sign that reveals the presence of a malicious person: the web of lies. Have you ever felt your heart tighten or your trust waver when faced with someone whose words just didn't add up? Those who harbor harmful intentions often wield lies as their most dangerous weapon. For them, deception isn't just a one-time act. It becomes a calculated, repeated strategy to conceal the truth and manipulate others to serve their hidden agendas, whether it's gaining power, control, or simply avoiding responsibility. Pathological. Lying is marked by uncontrollable, often unnecessary repetition of falsehoods. It shows up as constantly shifting stories, glaring inconsistencies, and exaggerated reactions when their lies are questioned. In the workplace, this behavior can be especially damaging. It destroys a positive atmosphere, fuels toxicity, and breaks down trust among colleagues, which in turn affects both productivity and team morale. Stoic philosophy offers a powerful approach to handle these situations. Remain calm and clear-headed. Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment or reaction to lies. Stoicism teaches us to maintain our autonomy, refusing to allow another's deceit to dictate our mood or decisions. Consider the story of Anna, a committed accountant who began noticing discrepancies in her colleague Tom's reports. Tom was presenting himself as a star candidate for a managerial role, boasting about achievements that simply didn't exist. In every meeting, his accounts grew more elaborate, painting a picture of outstanding success. Anna, though shocked and disappointed, chose not to react impulsively. Instead, she quietly collected evidence, carefully noting each inconsistency and false claim. Once armed with enough proof, Anna scheduled a private meeting with her manager and calmly presented the facts without showing anger or hurt. Her objective and composed approach led to a full investigation, which not only exposed Tom's fabrications, but also prompted the company to review its performance evaluation process. Anna's wisdom and restraint taught everyone an invaluable lesson about honesty and transparency. Through stories like Anna's, we see the true strength of Stoic philosophy in confronting the web of lies. Even when faced with daunting challenges, we can stand firm, overcome deception, and uphold truth. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane." Let courage and wisdom be our guides on the path towards success and inner peace. Together, let's strive to build a world where honesty and respect are not just ideals, but everyday realities. And now, as we continue this journey, it's time to explore the fifth sign, a subtle yet powerful force that often lies beneath the surface: mastery of manipulation. Continuing from our understanding of the web of lies and the strength Stoicism gives us to face deception, let's now explore another critical aspect: the mastery of manipulation. In the complex world of human relationships, the art of domination often hides in the shadows, far beyond outward charm or perfection. Stoic philosophy teaches us that the soul must always be prepared to face harsh realities. Evil wears many faces, and deception knows no limits. Domination is driven by a deep desire for control, an insatiable thirst for power that pushes some individuals to craft elaborate schemes and engage in relentless deceit. These manipulators act like puppeteers, pulling the strings to control others as if they were mere dolls. To avoid falling prey to such manipulation, we must expand our intuition and sharpen our minds. There are subtle signs, gentle whispers from within our souls, that alert us to danger. Deceivers often use flattery to win trust or hide their real intentions behind a mask of false empathy. But beneath this surface lies a cold, calculated agenda, a psychological game built on exploitation and betrayal. The consequences of falling into such traps can be devastating, shaking the very foundations of our lives and leaving deep emotional scars. Once the tangled web of deceit collapses, victims often feel trapped, losing their autonomy and self-worth. The psychological impact can shatter trust and destroy relationships that once seemed strong. Here, Stoic philosophy offers a guiding light. By cultivating self-awareness and practicing meditation, we strengthen our spirit against the temptations of deceit. The Stoics remind us to seek virtue and courage within ourselves, for it is through hardship that true patience and resilience are tested. As we confront deception, it's important to pause and reflect on our own vulnerabilities and hidden fears, those very weaknesses that deceivers try to exploit. How can we develop discernment and patience when surrounded by deceit? In a world full of uncertainty and falsehood, ethics become our torch, guiding us towards self-mastery and profound understanding. Embracing Stoic teachings helps us navigate the turbulent waves of manipulation with rationality and courage. Remember the words of the classical philosopher Epictetus: "It is not events that disturb people, but their judgments concerning them." When faced with deceit, choosing wisely and nurturing virtues leads us to true freedom and inner peace. Life will always bring unpredictable challenges and people who may not have our best interests at heart. Yet in Stoicism, recognizing the signs of harmful individuals is not only a way to protect ourselves, but also a path to deeper self-knowledge. Next, we will open a door to the soul itself, delving deeper within to uncover the truth about evil. Through the lens of Stoic philosophy, we won't stop at identifying outward signs of darkness. Instead, we will explore profound questions like, who are we really? What is the true nature of humanity? Join us as we journey beyond surface appearances, seeking a more authentic and meaningful life by understanding the depths of our own nature. Picking up from our deep dive into the nature of deception and manipulation, let's now turn inward to explore a crucial question: discovering your true nature, an unexpected yet revealing sign in everyday life. We live in a rich, diverse world where people from countless cultures and backgrounds share the same spaces. Along this journey, we meet all kinds of individuals, some kind and trustworthy, others whose presence can bring harm or negativity into our lives. In such a complex environment, learning to recognize and protect ourselves from those with harmful intentions becomes vital. Stoic philosophy, one of the great classical systems, doesn't just teach us how to face life's challenges. It also equips us with practical tools to spot the signs of evil in others and apply these lessons in our daily interactions. So what are the signs that reveal a bad person? Let's explore 5 key indicators. Fakeness in communication. People with ill intentions often come across as overly friendly or caring, but their kindness feels artificial, sweet words masking a hidden agenda. Stoicism values sincerity and transparency. When dealing with others, observe carefully. Do their actions truly match their words? Habit of blaming others. Malevolent individuals rarely take responsibility for their mistakes or wrongdoings. Instead, they shift blame onto others or external circumstances. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control, accept what we cannot, and, most importantly, always own up to our own actions. Lack of empathy. A clear hallmark of a harmful person is their inability or unwillingness to empathize. They don't genuinely care about others' feelings or needs, focusing solely on their own interests. Stoicism teaches the power of community and empathy. considering these the foundation of any healthy relationship and abuse of power. Those with bad intentions often seek to control or dominate others, abusing their positions of influence to impose their will or cause harm. Stoicism advocates the wise use of power, not for oppression, but for the common good. Excessive self-love. When self-admiration turns into selfishness, it blinds a person to the needs and emotions of others. They prioritize their own gain above everything, even if it means stepping on others. Stoicism counsels humility and encourages placing the community's well-being above personal ambition. Recognizing and understanding these signs does more than protect us from negative influences. It helps us cultivate healthier, more lasting relationships. Stoicism highlights self-control, acceptance, and above all, living a moral life. By weaving these principles into our everyday choices, we not only shield ourselves from harm, but also move closer to a happier, more meaningful existence. Life is full of challenges, and along this path, learning to spot and avoid malevolent individuals is a crucial skill, one that Stoic philosophy has much to teach us. We hope this video has helped you become more aware of these warning signs, strengthening your ability to navigate life's complexities. Remember, it's not only about recognizing others, but also about building on the idea that recognizing warning signs is just the beginning. Let's talk about taking action. Here's a question for you. Have you ever encountered these signs in your own life? How did you protect yourself from those dangers? Reflecting on these experiences helps us grow stronger and wiser. If you found this video meaningful and helpful, don't hesitate to like and share it. Spreading this message can empower others to recognize and handle harmful influences too. To keep receiving valuable content like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss any new videos from us. Thank you for spending your time with us and sharing your thoughts on Stoic philosophy. Remember, in a world full of challenges, true power lies in how we control our reactions and choose the path of ethics. Keep watching the next videos appearing at the end of today's video and continue living by Stoic principles, always aiming for strength and peace within your soul. Goodbye for now and see you in the next videos.